Welcome back to the 11th episode in this series where we are rebuilding the entire TfL network in NIMBY Rails. We are going down the list in alphabetical order. Today is O for the Overground. Let's get into it. So for the Overground, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to be starting off at Highbury and Islington, which is just over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put in one platform just here. I'm going to put in a second platform just here. And I'm going to start off by going this way. And over here will be our first station of Cannonbury. So we're going to put in two platforms like that. And then I'm just going to link up both of these stations. And then our first line is going to go over. And then this one is going to go around like this. So Dalston Junction station will be around about here. So I'm going to just curve it around like this, whilst for this one I'm going to end up putting up on a viaduct like this and putting in the station just about here. So we're going to connect this up, and then I'm just going to move this over a little, something like that. So that one will be Dalston Kingsland and this one will be Dalston Junction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with this branch. So the first station here will be Euston. So we're just going to put it in somewhere around about there. And then from here, the next station will be Hoxton, which will be just in this little gap here. So we're going to just link these two up, and then this is going to curve round. And we're going to put this just above like this. So just here, I am going to be putting in Shoreditch High Street. So I'm going to have this bend round. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to move it a little up here, so I can have it come around here. I think where it actually follows is up here, so I'm actually going to move it just slightly up a bit, like that. Now from here we're going to continue off, and then we're going to go back into a tunnel, because we're going to go all the way over to Whitechapel. So in this little gap here, I'm just going to put in the Overground, and you can kind of see where it goes. So it kind of goes through towards here. From here, the next station will be Shadwell. So I'm just going to put it in just here. So we're going to curve around and just sort of into Shadwell, and then we can go down to Wapping Station, which will be around about here. So we're just going to kind of follow this road up, something like that. So now the next station will be Canada Water, and then the next station will be Surrey Quays. And then from Surrey Quays it's going to split. So I'm just going to connect these three stations up to each other, just like that. So from here we have one going this way, going this way, and then a New Cross station will just be here. So I'm going to put this off to the side, and then I'm going to just do something like this. And then it will curve up to this main bit here, and then I'm going to curve it off there, and that's going to go into New Cross like this. And then over here, we'll put in a platform here for New Cross Gate. So we're going to go through here, and then we're going to go back up here, and then we're going to go down this line. We're going to go all the way over to Peckham. So right here will be Queen's Road Peckham. So we're just going to connect them two up, and from here we can just sort of come through like this into Peckham here. So then we're going to come out of the station and we're going to go up here all the way over to Denmark Hill. So connect now. Then we're just going to follow it straight through. So from here we're going to go underneath all of these. Then we're going to come straight back out. Then we're going to go above ground. And we're going to go over Brixton, which is kind of an appropriate thing to do considering no one wants to go there. And we're going to curve up and we're going to go to Clapham High Street, and in we go. And then from here we're going to go up one station to Wandsworth Road, and then from here we're going to take a right, and then we're going to go across like this and all the way into Clapham Junction. So Clapham Junction platform for Overground is over on this side. So I'm going to go all the way across like that. And then from here I'm also going to curve off and I'm going to go all the way over to Battersea Park. So just going to connect that line up and just kind of do something like that. So Battersea Park isn't actually an Overground station, but it is met with Overground service once per day, so that is why I have added it in. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way back over to New Cross Gate and finish off the line down towards West Croydon and Crystal Palace. So we're going to come through like this, and then this here will be Brockley Station. So we're just going to connect these up and then come out like this. So we're going to go all the way down, and over here will be Honor Oak Park, and then the next station from here will be Forest Hill, which is just here. We're going to put this kind of in the middle here, so we're going to just curve it like this, and then the next station will be Sydenham. So we're just gonna go along here to here, and then in like that. Now we're going to go a little bit further down, and this station here will be Penge West. So now I'm going to just connect this up. So around about here I'm going to curve off the main bit here, and then this will go all the way over to Crystal Palace. So put that under that road, and then we go all the way over to Crystal Palace just like this. And then continuing on from Penge West, we're going to go all the way down to Annerley. So it's going to go in like this, and from Annerley it's going to come out, and then the next station will be Norwood Junction, which will be just here. And then from here we're just going to go down, and we're going to come down this branch here. I'm going to manage to put that through there, and then I'm going to put in the station just here. So we're going to put it out there, take off the end, rename it to West Croydon, and then just link this up. So the minute we now have the Highbury and Islington and Dalston Junction all the way down to Clapham, Croydon, Crystal Palace, New Cross, and also Battersea Park as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way over to Richmond, and thankfully I already have this done, so I don't need to fiddle about with this bit. So we're going to use this line up here, which is already thankfully majority done. We're going to add in South Acton station just here. And after South Acton, we're just going to come out and go all the way up to Acton Central, which will be just over here. So just like this, and in like that. And then from Acton Central, we're going to go up to the massive spaghetti junction, which is Willesden Junction. So we're going to just build all the way across, just like that. And we're going to use this line here, and then we're going to put this back up onto a bridge, and we're going to build above Willesden Junction station, something like that at an angle. So just going to somehow manage to do it like that. And then from Willesden Junction, we're going to go all the way up here, along here, and then we're going to pop ourselves over here for Kensal Rise. And we're going to curve out of here. We're not going to go that far up the road for Brondesbury, and then from here we're going to come up here, and this one's going to be Brondesbury and the other one will be at Brondesbury Park. So I'm going to put this all the way above that, and then we're going to put in West Hampstead station just here, and then we're going to continue to curve up like here for the fake Finchley Road station. We're going to go all the way up to Hampstead Heath from Finchley Road and Frognall, which actually doesn't look that far away, to be fair. So I'm actually going to put this up on a viaduct just through here, just so it's a little bit easier. And then from here we're going to come around. I'm going to have this up on a viaduct. We're going to have one platform just here, and then another platform just here. So it's going to come around like that. I'm also just going to put that into there, just so we can have a split going into both crossbar platforms. Now I am doing the Richmond to Stratford, so I will be using this bottom one just for now. So we're going to go all the way down to here, and this will be Kentish Town West. So we're going to just put us in that little gap, and then we're going to come round like this, and just over here will be Camden Road Station. So it's going to be something just like this. Now we're just going to go through just like this. So this will be Caledonian Road and Barnsbury. So we'll go back just like here, connect that up, and then we are going to go into Highbury and Islington. So what I'm going to do it here is, just because I can, I'm just going to put that into the other platform at Highbury and Islington, just so we can use both platforms. But from here we're going to be using the Dalston Kingsland platform. I'm going to go all the way over to Hackney Central. So just go along like that. And the next station will be Homerton, which is also just in this gap here. So we can just find this little gap through here and into the station we go. And then not that long to go, we're going to come through here, go underneath this main road, and we're going to go into Hackney Wick here. And then we're also going to go above like that. Just doing that now so I don't have to worry about doing it afterwards. And then from here, I'm going to keep this up on a viaduct until about here. I'm going to keep this up on a viaduct until about here, where then I can drop it down next to the DLR and then have it come round and then just go back up onto a viaduct and into the main station here. What I'm going to do is, because this might be my last time here in Stratford, I am just going to do it something like this. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the actual station a little further back, just like this. And now we've got the Richmond to Stratford, we need to do the Clapham to Stratford. So now what I need to do is go all the way up to Willesden Junction. Now, this is where I have maybe messed up a little bit. So instead of following this line, I'm just going to somehow make this work. So I'm going to have this curve out like this. I mean, that couldn't have been any better, to be fair. So it's going to go across like this. And this will go all the way down to Shepherd's Bush Station, which will be just in this gap here. So we're going to go along. And then from about here, I'm going to bring it up to the ground. And then just like that. And then from Shepherd's Bush, I'm going to continue it out like this. And then I'm going to bring it back up to the ground, where I'm then going to put it into Kensington Olympia. And it's going to go all the way through to West Brompton by using this line. And it's going to go straight through. And it's going to come round into Imperial Wharf. So I'm going to just put that as far as possible over. And then I'm going to cover like that, and then I'm going to just bridge this over like this, and then I'm going to curve it in just like that. And now what I need to do is I need to go all the way up to Watford Junction, just over here, and then I'm going to come through like this, and then just about here will be at Watford High Street, and this will be going around like this. Then it's going to go underneath here, then pop back out at Bushy Station, be just here. So I'm just going to make the curve a little bit better, just like that. And then from Bushy, we're going to go all the way down to Carpenter's Park, which will be just in this spot here. To connect that. And then next one will be Hatch End. So Hatch End Station will be just in the spot here. So we will just continue down. This here will be Headstone Lane, and then the next station will be Harrow and Willesden, just here. And then we've got all of this done to about here, but we need to curve off and go into Euston Station. So just here will be Kilburn High Road. What I'm actually going to do is move that a little bit over, and then it's going to come out of the station, round and over to South Hampstead. So I'm going to put this one underneath, and it's going to come underneath. So from here it's going to go into Euston. So I'm just going to do something like this. And then under the ground for this bit. And then back out. And then this will go into Euston over here. So this platform would be around about somewhere over here. And then this will be just like that. So now we have the Watford DC line done, and then after all of this, we're going to go up to Gospel Oak, and then we're going to do the Goblin. So we're going to go straight through like this, and then we're going to go up to Upper Holloway just here. So we're going to just put in like that. And next station from here will be Crouch Hill. Just going to keep going around until here. So in like that. Just move that slightly, just like that. And it seems like it comes around. This will go into Hackney Green Lanes. So we're gonna go build this all across, and then come all the way around. So this will go all the way through to South Tottenham. So I'm going to just put it in through there, and then we're going to have to go up onto this one, and the next station will be Black Horse Road, which is just over here. So I'm going to go across here, and then we're going to come down all the way across and into Walthamstow Queens Road, and we're going to come down all the way down through here to Leighton Midland Road. And from here, next station will be Leytonstone High Road, which is just here, and we have now surpassed $1 billion built, which is kind of mental if you think about it. So this is the most expensive build we have done so far. So we're going to come into a tunnel here. I'm going to go across here. We're going to come to Wanstead Park just here. And then come through here. Then over the Elizabeth line. And here will be Woodgrange Park. And then from here we're going to go all the way down and connect up to this line, which takes us to Barking. So I'm going to follow this line, it's in the middle, and then it comes across, back into the middle. So I'm going to take this line, and we're just going to come all the way down like this. So Barking Riverside Station will be just here. So we're going to come around like this. And just something like this. Now that is the Goblin line done. We have 2 more lines to do, and this will be the main line out of Liverpool Street and the Romford to Upminster branch. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding in the Liverpool Street station just over here. And then this will go underneath and around Shoreditch High Street like this, onto the other side of Shoreditch, and then over here will be Bethnal Green Overground. So this will go in like that, and then this one will come up just like this. So we're gonna continue going up, and then the next station will be Cambridge Heath, which is just over here. And then from here, the next station will be London Fields. Gonna come round and then put in the station just around about here. And it's gonna come round this side. So here will be Hackney Downs, and we're really going to connect it up to London Fields. Now here This will be one branch. So here we're going to come across like here, and come to the other side of the park like this, and then come up through there. So I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this line up first, mainly because it's the shorter one. This one will be Clapham Station, and then this will go all across here, all the way up to here, which will be at St James's Street. So I'm gonna bring that in there, and then we're going to put it through here to Walthamstow Central, and now I'm going to just come through up like this, and then up to Wood Street. Just move it like that so it's not as bad. Our next station from here will be Hymes Park, which is all the way up here. So from here I'm just going to connect these two stations up just by putting it all the way through like that. And then the next station will be Chingford, which is just all the way over here. So then from here, at least I'm going to just follow the line just like this and go all the way to Hymes Park. So now we're going to come back down to Hackney Downs, where we are going to continue this on to Rectory Road. So that will connect into there. Then this will go across, and then this over here will be Stoke Newington Station. So I'm going to put it over like this, maybe so I can put it up like that, and then continue on like here. So next station will be Stamford Hill, which is just here. So I'm going to curve that in, and then we're going to come out and go all the way up to Seven Sisters, like that. And then we're going to follow this up, come around and into Bruce Grove. So I'm going to put the station like there, just so it's a bit easier to fit it in, just like that. And we're just going to go along here up to White Hart Lane, and then follows along up to Silver Street, which is just over here. And then from here we're just going to put it straight through into Edmonton Green, just like that. And then from Edmonton Green we're going to come out and then here one branch will go off this way, and then the other will go off this way. This one will go up to Enfield Town, but we will stop off at Bush Hill Park first, just like this, and then we will go all the way up to Enfield Town here, and then into the station there. And we're going to go back over here because we are going to go all the way up to Cheshunt. But first we're going to go up here because we are stopping off at Southbury. So I'm just going to fix that, and then we're going to go off all the way up here, all the way up through here to Turkey Street, just like that. Then from here we're going to go up When I mean up, I mean all the way up to here. This will be Theobald's Grove. So we're going to bring train all the way out there. We are now outside of the M25 for the first time on the overground here. I'm going to go across up here, all the way up to Cheshunt. So we're now going to just get rid of that, and then link up it like that. Now, after all of that, we have one final line to do. So I'm going to put in this just here, and then I'm going to build this over just like this. And then we're going to come down like this. Emerson Park Station will be just in this gap here. So we're going to come straight through, just like this. And then come all the way down into Upminster. That is the entirety of the London Overground added onto the map. So the Northern was the most expensive line that I built, and it cost 892 million, and this one is now costing 1.3 billion. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be building the lines. So we're going to get the Overground on, and then going to paste in the hex code, which is EE7C0E. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the Highbury in Islington, the Crystal Palace. So we're going to come all the way over here, and I'm just going to go all the way down the line through the East London line, and then all the way down like this, all the way into Crystal Palace, and then I'm going to go back on the line. And then on here, it is 4 trains per hour, so I'm going to add in the class 710. I'm going to add in 3 more trains for 15 minutes, which is 4 trains an hour exactly. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clone the line. I'm going to put this to Croydon instead. So I'm going to go down the line. We're going to take out Crystal Palace, and then add in Penge West, Hackney, Norwood Junction, West Croydon, and then these 3 stations, and they are done too. I'm going to add in 4 trains on this one as well, which is 18 minutes, close enough to 15. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clone the line again, because I'm going to do the Dalston to New Cross. So this will go down here up to Surrey Quays. So under Surrey Quays, we're going to just take out all the stations till we see the next Surrey Quays. And we're going to go into New Cross, and then that's done. This will also be 4 trains an hour, so 3 will do just fine. Now I'm going to clone the line again, and we're going to do Dalston to Clapham. So just like before, we're going to take out New Cross, and from Surrey Quays we're going to go along Peckham, Clapham, and into Clapham Junction, just like this. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to add in Battersea Park into here as well. I'm going to take out Clapham and just add in Battersea Park, but I'm just going to put in 1 train. And now we're going to go over to Richmond, and we're going to go all the way over to Stratford. We're going to take that one, and we're going to go all the way up through Willesden, through West Hampstead, and then down through Dalston, through Hackney into Stratford, and then we're going to go bounce back through the line. And now that is done like that, so I'm going to add in 4 trains, maybe add in another one for 16 minutes 48. So next one I'm going to do is the Clapham to Stratford. So I'm going to go from here, and yep, that is using that line, so that's good. And then this will go all the way up through just like this, and then through Olympia, through West Brompton, and into Clapham like that. Now that is all the overground lines done, and my god, there is a lot, but you know the drill by now. I'm going to fast forward a day, and we'll see how much money the overground has made. And it is exactly a day after the line was introduced. We've got the official numbers, so we're going to go through and add them up. So Clapham to Stratford, add the Dalston Battersea, which I'm surprised it isn't actually the lowest. Because Liverpool Street to Enfield is the lowest one. I'm gonna add up the Dalston to Clapham, the Dalston to New Cross, the Goblin line. I have missed 100 there. The Highbury and Islington to Croydon, the Highbury and Islington to Crystal Palace, the Liverpool Street to Cheshunt, the Chingford branch, the Enfield branch, the Richmond branch, the Romford branch, which I'm surprised is quite high, and the Watford to Euston, which is a 425. 526. So the official total is 4.6 million, with the Northern bringing in 3.8 million, so it's just overtaken that by 800,000. For reference, this is all of our current lines. So the Overground Liverpool Street to Cheshunt has made more than the Cloud cable car so far. And as you can see, the highest Overground is almost has the same amount as our lowest central line. Anyways, that will conclude it for today's video of rebuilding the Overground. I'll be back next Tuesday for another video. It will be the Piccadilly line this time. The week after that we will be doing the Thames Link. The week after that will be the trams and the Waterloo and City line in one video. And then to conclude the series, we'll be doing the Victoria line. After that we will then be rebuilding the entirety of the National Rail on NIMBY rails. Anyways, I will see you all on my next upload. Goodbye.